What the industry's not telling you about World Supercross. Welcome to the show, my friends. I'm going to blow the lid off this one, of course, because that's what you guys pay WALTY to do, blow the lid off of things. And just so, while we're on that subject, I hope you guys know I work for you. I'm like the people's reporter because nobody else will give it to you straight. Everybody's now pushing paid promotion or in the industry's pocket, or it's just so political and rotten to the core. The cesspool that's now become the industry. Everybody just trying to compete with each other. You don't have to compete with each other. Create. All you have to do is create. So we know Super Duper Cross is basically an answer to World Supercross because they came in swinging, throwing a bunch of money around, and now we hear that money is leaving. Why? This is the $1 million question that I see. Everybody wants to tell you, yeah, they had this foreign investor and they're pulling out and now it's problems. We're scratching the surface. What's the bigger elephant in the room, my friends? You guessed it. Well, maybe you didn't. But Walty's going to tell you in case you didn't. I'll tell you why did our investor pull out? Well, Walty, is because the first round wasn't very good and the package was all screwed up and Maybe that contributed to it, but I'll tell you what's really going on, my humble opinion, and this gets deep. Kickstart Kenny, buckle up, because you're going to get blown apart a little bit in this one, too. Whew, insanity, this stuff. Here's what's happening, in my opinion. This is Walty's observation as a YouTuber, as a media guy, as an industry guy, as a moto guy, as a business guy, as a guy that reads between the lines, a level-headed realist who's temperature checking and heat mapping, all this stuff for you guys. Why? Because Walty works for you. That's what we talked about earlier. Whew, insanity, this stuff. This is why that investor, I believe, is pulling out. It's called recession. We are in recessionary times, but not just any recession. This is a global recession. Market is feeling pain. There's a lot of fear and uncertainty in the markets right now. These guys are pulling out for a couple reasons. Is that the series was unprofitable. And anybody right now, it's a what have you done for me lately? This is a very cryptocurrency climate that we're in. It's a slot machine that keeps paying out. It's a casino climate, courtesy of the stimulus. This all circles back to the crisis, my friends. Crisis driven. So we're heading into a global economic recession and quite possible financial crisis. So what are people doing? If they're smart, stacking cash. Insulate. What's up, El Hombre? El Hombre knows. El Hombre is a fan. We've got a lot of fans. Welcome to all the new fans, by the way. And some heavy hitters are fans of this channel. Because Walty's not here to sugarcoat it and make friends. He's here to give it to you and give it to you straight. So what you're not hearing right now about World, they are in some trouble. This might be it. I don't know if they can recover from this. I'm just going to give it to you and give it to you straight. I know there's some optimism out there. I'm not too optimistic about what I'm seeing right now. First of all, they shot their what? They took their shot and they missed with round one. But it gets better or worse again. Because like I said, Kickstart Kenny, you contributed this. And nobody's talked about this. A big piece of that money it went to Kickstart Kenny. I bet you Kickstart Kenny, if I had to guess, this is an educated guess, half of the money invested by the investor went to Kickstart. The other half got trickled around to the teams and other riders. And that was a massive, massive mistake. You would have been better off. You would have been better off with a handful of just good factory talent than going all in on Kenny and putting a bunch of privateers, McElrath, Dean Wilson. Those guys aren't factory anymore. They're privateer riders. You got one factory level guy. And you thought his star power, because this all comes back to Kenny's off-season antics, melting the internet with which bike should I ride after Honda mysteriously lets him go. And we all know it's because of Jet now. There's not room for you, Kenny. There's not room for you. We have Jet Lawrence now. For some reason, he got blocked from racing World Supercross, which is something, it's politically driven. Whew. So this is what happened. Global recession. I feel investors tapping out. Like, I can't stay in it with you guys for the long haul. We can't wait X amount of years to become profitable. We need to be profitable now. We're out. We're going to take our haircut. We're out. Numero dos. Kenny boy. Kickstart Kenny took a massive part of that funding for himself. And I think they were hoping with Kenny's help, because if you've seen World Supercross on Instagram, Their posts are horrible, first of all. They're just like these, you can tell they're just pushed out posts. There's no heart or soul behind these posts. They're just like, we gotta have a social media presence. Weak. They've got a weak social media presence. They were hoping a few shout outs from Kenny, because if I'm Kenny's agent going to World Supercross, this is what my rider needs. He needs $25 million, but look at what he's capable of doing on social media. And it's all about social media. You know, we've done the analytics and we've done some focus groups around this, and then you know, social media is where the platform is. They sold a pipe dream to World that Kenny was going to deliver and make this a hit. Now, had you got an Eli, at least made it a battle. But who wants to go watch Kenny battle with Vince Freeze? Not me. Not me. It's like watching Jet run away with the perfect season. That's why Super Duper Cross is almost in as bad a shape as World. We can see a similar thing from Super Duper. Super Duper, this is an inaugural year. It might be the only year. Might be the only year for Super Duper because we're seeing what's happening at World. And what's it come back to? The first thing we talked about. A global recession, a financial crisis is going to reach right into the industry and shake this one up. How do I know that? That's well, Walty, I'll tell you how I know it. Because I was around in the 2008 era, the Great Recession, the financial crisis. It reached into the industry and decimated it. Heavy hitters, riders alike, pay cuts. Oh yeah. If I'm your agent, hey, yeah, we know that we commanded $1 million last year. We're looking for $1.1 million. $1.5 million this year. No, we can't give that. We can give you $250K. Take it or leave it. Riders were like, what? What do you mean? They don't understand because they're kids. They're kids. They don't understand booms and busts and recessions. So that's what I really wanted to come with you guys today. I want to cut through the noise and the chatter because I know there's a lot of reports on this and most of it is it's true. It's what you're seeing is basically true. But it does go a little deeper. They're scratching the surface. Nobody's willing to put their neck out and do any kind of speculating of any kind of educated guess, even, on what's really going on. The crisis is ushering in a recession, and it's hurting the investor, and the money they paid one rider wasn't enough to deliver the fans that they banked on or were sold to it would. In final thoughts, I come to you as a friend, as a moto guy. Somebody wants to see you not only win on the track, off the track. Understand the waters we're swimming in now? Shark infested. Welcome to the swimming pool, World Supercross. Welcome to the swimming pool. This is going to be a tough one for you to get out. I'm going to be here to blow the lid off it every step of the way. Because it's not only what we need, it's in fact what we deserve. If you appreciate the content, I want to humbly ask you to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. Social media link in the description of this video if you'd like to contact me there, along with the links to channels I've appeared on. I think you might enjoyed this video. I think you're going to love the next video. And there's an easy subscribe icon for your convenience as always. Thank you for your time. Don't go over the bars. I'll see you on the next video.